Ever pondered the consequences of staying in bed for an entire year? Picture it. A world where your mattress is your domain, your blanket, your shield, and the ceiling, your sky. Sounds tempting, doesn't it? Especially on those mornings when you're just not ready to face the day. But what would really happen if you chose the comfort of your bed over the hustle and bustle of daily life for a whole year? In this video, we're going to delve into the scientific and medical consequences of such prolonged inactivity. We'll explore the effects on your muscles and bones, your heart and lungs, and even your mind and emotions. It's not just about losing muscle strength or gaining weight, it's about the intricate workings of your body and how it reacts to extreme conditions. Prepare for a journey into the realm of the unknown, a world where your bed becomes your universe. Scene script. First stop on this journey, your muscles and bones. Imagine a bustling city, with every citizen playing a crucial role in maintaining the vibrancy and functionality of the metropolis. Your body is a lot like that city, with your muscles and bones being some of the most industrious residents. In an active body, muscles are in constant use, flexing and relaxing, lifting and pushing. They thrive on this activity, becoming stronger and more efficient. But what happens when the city goes silent, when the hustle and bustle comes to a standstill? Well, if you were to stay in bed for a year, your muscles would experience something similar. Without the regular exercise they're accustomed to, your muscles would begin to atrophy or shrink. This isn't a quick process, but over the course of a year, the loss could be significant. You might think of it as a city slowly but surely falling into disrepair. The once busy streets are now empty, the buildings are crumbling, and the entire city is a shadow of its former self. Now let's turn our attention to your bones. Just like muscles, bones thrive on activity. When you're up and about, your bones are constantly bearing weight, which helps them stay strong and dense. A year without weight-bearing activity, however, would be like a year of drought for a thriving forest. Without the necessary pressure to stimulate growth and maintenance, your bones might begin to lose density, becoming more fragile and more susceptible to fractures. In essence, a year of bed rest would be like putting your body's bustling city under a prolonged state of hibernation. Your muscles and bones, once thriving and strong, may become weaker and less able to do their jobs effectively. The impact of this can be far-reaching, affecting not just your strength and mobility, but also your ability to perform everyday tasks. Even something as simple as standing up could become a challenge. Thus, a year in bed could leave you weaker, more fragile, and potentially unable to support your own body weight. Next, we dive into the internal sphere, your heart and lungs. Imagine your heart as a tireless boxer always in the ring, never skipping a beat. But what happens when this boxer doesn't get enough training? Well, the heart, like any muscle, can weaken without regular exercise. A year without getting out of bed can lead to cardiovascular issues. Your heart may struggle to pump blood efficiently around your body. This can increase the risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, and stroke. Now envision your lungs as two balloons expanding and contracting with each breath you take. When you're active, your lungs work harder, increasing their capacity and efficiency. But when you're lying down for prolonged periods, things change quite a bit. The lower parts of your lungs don't fully expand. This means you're not moving as much air in and out of your lungs as you could. Over time, this may lead to a decrease in lung capacity. Here's an interesting fact. Did you know that the simple act of standing up can increase your lung capacity by up to 30%? So imagine what a year in bed could do to your lungs. It's not a pretty picture, is it? But it's not just about lung capacity. Lying down for long periods can also lead to a buildup of mucus in your lungs. This, in turn, can cause respiratory infections, pneumonia, or even a collapsed lung. So if you're thinking of embarking on a year-long bed rest, you might want to reconsider. The effects on your heart and lungs could be dire. It's not just about losing muscle strength or bone density, as we discussed in the previous scene. It's about the very core of your existence, your heart's ability to pump life-giving blood, and your lungs' ability to take in life-sustaining oxygen. A year in bed could compromise your heart's ability to pump blood and your lungs' ability to take in oxygen. Finally, we venture into the most complex territory, your mind and emotions. When it comes to being bedridden for an extended period, the physical implications are only the tip of the iceberg. Our minds, intricate and connected to every aspect of our being, could be severely affected too. Imagine being confined to a single space with the same view, day in and day out. The lack of variety, the absence of new experiences. It's a recipe for a mental health disaster. The human brain thrives on stimulation, on novel experiences, on learning. Deprive it of these, and it starts to falter. Depression could come knocking at your door, a frequent visitor in situations of prolonged isolation and lack of stimulation. You may start to experience a persistent sense of sadness, a loss of interest in activities you once enjoyed, and a profound feeling of hopelessness. You may even lose your appetite and have trouble sleeping. Anxiety, too, could become a constant companion. The constant worry about your health, the fear of the unknown, the stress of being unable to move or engage with the world as you used to, can all contribute to heightened anxiety levels. More than that, your cognitive functions could take a hit. Lack of physical activity could lead to a decline in your cognitive abilities, impacting your memory, attention span, and problem-solving skills. And let's not forget the impact on your social health. Humans are inherently social creatures, and being confined to the bed could lead to feelings of isolation and loneliness, which could further exacerbate mental health issues. A year in bed could take a significant toll on your mental health, leaving you feeling anxious, depressed, or worse. So yes, while that year-long lie-in may sound tempting, it's clear that the costs, particularly to your mind and emotions, far outweigh any perceived benefits. In conclusion, a year in bed would be far from a restful vacation. Imagine the deterioration of your muscles and bones weakening with each day of inactivity. Your heart and lungs too would suffer, losing their strength and efficiency, struggling to pump blood and circulate oxygen. And let's not forget the toll on your mind and emotions. The isolation, the monotony, would be a recipe for mental health issues. Depression, anxiety, cognitive decline, these are not light matters to be dismissed. We've journeyed through the hypothetical scenario of a bedridden year, and it's clear that it's not a journey any of us would wish to take. The human body is a marvel, designed for movement, for exploration, for connection. It thrives on activity, on engagement, on challenge. So next time you think about spending a lazy day in bed, remember the potential consequences and maybe opt for a short walk instead.